Hello, it's Gem Games here once again and welcome to this new Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. In this video we are going to add this springy sway thing. So we are changing our weapon sway to this spring sway. I think this is a lot better. And also we are cleaning our animation blueprint because on the next episodes we are going to add a lot of stuff there. So we will have to make it cleaner because otherwise it will be very hard. So yeah, let's get started. So, what we want to do first, we want to go to the animations folder and we want to open our APP player. And here on our APP player, let's get our event graph and let's go to our hand sway. Let's open it. We can actually delete all this. Let's make this better. Now, compile save. What we want to do here is we want to get vector spring interp like this. Okay, and let's create a sequence here to the start. So S and left click, get the 10 0 to here, and let's leave some space, maybe like this. Yeah. Now what we want to do here is we want to first split this current. And we want to get our current X and current Y, which will be here under the look input. Hand X rotation, let's connect to the current X. Hand Y rotation, let's connect to the current Y. And the set we can leave as 0. And target, let's split it. Here we want to get our X look, connect to target X. Y look to target Y and the set to be 0. And let's see if I can, yeah, these are good now. And now the spring state, we want to promote this to a variable. And we want to call it sway location spring state. Or something like that. And let's move it under the look input here. And stiffness, what I want to set here, let's set it like 0.5. We can play with this later on. And critical damping factor, I think 0.5 or 0.6, I will use 0.6. Now from the delta time, we want to get world delta seconds, like this. And mass, let's set this to something a lot smaller, so 0.005. And target velocity amount can be like that. Okay, now what we want to do, we want to compile, save, and we want to split this return value. And here we're getting our X and we're clamp float. Maybe around here, yeah, something like that. And let's actually double click and add a reroute. So now we want to get our hand sway limit. Let's get it to here. Let's see what I have set it to. Yeah, let's set it to like 20. And from here, what we want to do, we want to connect this to the max. Let's add some reroutes. And from here, we want to multiply by -1. And actually, we can get this closer, like this, to the min. So, the hand sway will be clamped to the hand sway multiplied by -1, so minus 20 in this case. And here, the max will be positive 20. Okay? And after that, what we want to do is we want to set our hand X rotation. Set. And from here, let's connect it. Like this. Connect this to here. Okay. And now we want to copy this whole thing, Control C, Control V, under here, and get from the Y. And we don't have to do anything else here. This can be the same, all the values. Now we want to just set this to be hand Y rotation. Like this. Why did I set this to be handsway location spring? Sorry. Sway rotation spring state. Yeah, like that. Now compile and save. And the next thing is we want to do some little fixing here on the anim graph. So yeah, here we have the locomotion and we save it as locomotion. Lower body, upper body. Yeah, everything is good here. Default slot. What we want to do here after this default oh, I don't even have the default slot here. Okay, I don't actually need it right now. So, sorry. Let's delete this local component and let's save new save catch pose. And let's call this animation states, like this. Okay. And what we want to do next is we want to move all these after the animation states. Let's select everything. Let's unselect this, Control and left click if you did it the same way as I did. And let's move it to here maybe. Okay. This Control rig IK thing, let's move it to here because actually we can just delete it. Yeah, compile, save. So what we want to do next is let's go under here. Let's get our animation states. Catch pose. Use catch pose animation states. And here what I want to do is I want to transform. Oh, we can do it. Let's right click from here. Transform bone. Transform modify bone. Let's get it to here. Now let's get this. It will create the local to component. And let's select this. And what we want to do here now, we want to select our bone to modify. Hand R. Translation. We don't have to do anything. And on the rotation, component space and add to existing, like this. And we can delete this translation pin from here, also this scale pin. So now we only have the rotation here. Okay, now let's split this. And we want to get our hand. Actually, we want to get first our hand Y rotation. And we want to connect it to the X. And then we want to get our X rotation. And we want to connect it to the Z. Because the Y is... I can actually show you guys. So, if I cut this, you don't have to do it. And also this. And I connect this back to here. And I compile, save. Now, here, when I change this X value, like 50, compile, you can see the X is to this direction. So like -20 is like this. Okay, 0, and on the Z it will turn to right and left. So like 25, compile, now it's to the right, and so on. So yeah, this is the reason why we put this like Y to the X and X to the Z. So yeah, let's continue. Hand Y rotation to the X, hand X rotation to the Z. Okay, compile, save. And after that, we want to add here our flashlight close to wall additive. Let's copy this whole thing and actually delete it after. And let's go here and paste it here after, like this. Yeah. Okay. And after that, what we want to do, we want to also save cached pose. And let's call this unarmed. Okay. Compile, save. And yep. Next thing we have to do here is we want to get our animation states again. Let's leave some space here. Catched pose, use catch pose animation states like this. And here, yes. So what we want to do here next is we want to actually copy this node and paste it here. Connect to here. Oh, like that. And actually, yeah, we can just leave them like that for now. Let's actually get them a little bit lower here. And also, what we want to do is we want to get our ADS alpha, so aiming alpha. And we want to map range clamped. Q to align, move to here. And what I want to do here is our ADS alpha, when it's 0, sorry, the in range A will be 0, in range B will be 1. And we want to map them, turn them around basically. So 0 will be 1 and the B, so the 1 will be not 0, but let's put it 0.5. So 0 will be 1 and 1 will be 0.5. And now we want to connect this to the alpha. Okay, now we want to copy this node here, Control C, Control V, paste to here, connect, and connect the same thing. So hand Y rotation to the X, hand X rotation to the Z, double click to add a reroute, select and press Q to align, double click to reroute like this, and Q to align, and also the alpha, let's get it to here to the alpha, double click to add a reroute. Now let's select this node. And here on this node, what we want to do we want to change the hand R to, hand L. So we're rotating both of the hands basically. Simple as that. Okay, compile, save. And yeah, so actually, let's select these, move them a little bit further so we can add a comment here. Let's call this weapon sway. Also, yeah, let's move all these a lot further. Everything here after the unarmed. Further like this. So we can also get this maybe just here to the same position. Also this to here. So now we can select this also and call this let's make it like this. And yeah, let's call this hand sway or whatever. Okay. Compile, save. So the next thing, we want to copy both all of this. Control C, Control V, paste to here, like this. And can we change the name here? Yes, we can. So we're saving this to a pose, but now it's not called unarmed. Now it's called armed. like this. Now we want to change this flashlight close to wall additive to the, I don't know if we have it yet. Do we have to create it? Yes, we, pistol 1 close to wall. So we will have to go to our third person map, to the animations, pistol 1 and pistol 1 close to wall, and we want to change the additive animation type to local space. I think we'll actually have to double check that. Flashlight, close to wall, local space, selected, animation scaled, and base pose. So pistol, close to wall, local space, scaled, selected, animation scaled, and let's put here the pistol 1 idle, pistol idle. Okay, save and let's close. Now here on the APP player, on our armed thing, let's change this sequence to be the pistol 1 close to wall. Yeah. Now everything else that we have here, all these things, here at the end, we want to actually delete this. Okay, because we don't need that. We have those here and here. Okay, now what we want to do here, before all these spine modifications, we want to get our let's actually get it here maybe. Yes, so we want to get our unarmed catch pose unarmed. Let's also get the catch pose armed, so we have both of these. Then we want to blend poses by, oh, not bool, like this. And let's actually move these even more. So what we want to blend these with, we want to get our weapon in use index, and we want to check if it's equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, we want to use the unarmed. If it's not, we want to use the armed. Simple as that. And blend time, I will put here 0.4. You can play with these however you want. Now we want to connect this to here. It will create the local to component node. And also I will move these like that. Oh, they're not going nicely. Now they are better. Okay. So yeah. So now we have these two different branches here. So later on when we add stuff, we can add them here and everything will work nicely. Okay. And after this modify bonding, we want to component to local and local to output pose. Now when we compile, save, and we go to play, let's see what will happen. We get our weapon. Let's see. You can see our sway is working nicely. We have the spring sway. So when we turn, you can see the weapon will get back and will do like a little spring motion thing. So it's a lot better looking. And you can obviously here on the handsway limit, you can change the value. And also, yeah, So I will quickly explain what this does. So we're getting our hand X rotation and hand Y rotation, which are these here. And our targets are the X look and Y look, so the mouse X and Y input. This is just so we can use this, so we will save it for that. Stiffness is, as you can see, how stiff the spring model is. More stiffness means more oscillation around the target value. Okay. Critical damping factor, how much damping to apply to the spring. 0 means no damping, 1 means critically damp, which means no oscillation. I don't know how to pronounce that. And delta time is just delta time, yeah. And the mass, you can actually play with this. It will basically change how fast the spring animation plays, or yeah. So if I put this to like 0.01, I get here. You can see. Or if I put it 1, it is not doing almost anything. 0.1. Yeah. So yeah, I like to put it like 0.005. Maybe 0.03, something like that. I think that's pretty good. Now it has some little movement after. And of course, if you don't like that to like be that springy, you can change these values. For example, if I put this to 0.9, you can see it is not that springy anymore. I have super high sensitivity, so that's why it looks so weird. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I will put it back to 0.6. I think that's pretty nice. Compile and save. So yeah, this was a little bit slower video. But yeah, I actually think that was all for this video. If you liked what you saw, please click the like button and subscribe for more. And yeah, hope you have a great day and see you on the next one. Bye.